this view. You can still see the temple. That's so sick, dude. Oh my god. You can still see the temple. Just one more time. Like, look. Holy shit. That's so cool. Oh my god. What a... brains. That's it, guys. I believe we've beaten the game. I think that's the last time you get control. The ritual is now complete. We saw these guys earlier. Last noodles.
Amnos crude adverb. Arahum formulas illicum adolf. Amantaga roll. Yondik Yararz, Aulam Ulumka. Yakumku Ike is if Eram the cake ludu. No sus, if hefty. Was I love Ziku? Because you want to lie, Ludo? لك كلاين يوم يمزم عمره ريد أكيد أجد على إكون كارنيكا أوريز يركض 기운코 이기와 우리 유도 이루베스엘 노브 가다 유도 이쿠카 오르다 이렇게 아유 이끌어 아가라 수업기도 이두
So, forgot that this is a thing. We are the Colossus. Dormant speedrun's going great. Yeah, time to play the rest of, like, we're at the halfway point of the game so far. The rest of the game, it controls like this. By the way, this does not control very good. Get back here. I'm not even moving. turn. This game, this is... Am I gonna lose? He's not moving, dude. Look to the left. Come on, dude. Are they supposed to get away? They must be supposed to get away. Anyways, back to this.
감사합니다. 하! Colossus!
I'm fine. I'm just letting the cutscenes play for cinematic effect. Yeah, in-game me is not doing so hot. I'm pretty sure. Alright, guys, so that was Shadow of the Colossus, done quick. I cannot believe Wander, any man for that matter, would go that far for some premarital sex. Truly the ultimate Chad. It's the ultimate simp story. But he's also Chad, I don't know. Ah, he's definitely a simp. So, let's turn down the music a little bit. No, wrong one. So, this game, I love it. Alright, I'm gonna try to like summarize my thoughts as good as I can, but it's gonna be pretty scattered, but hopefully we can kind of summarize it nicely. I think this game is an absolute masterpiece. I think that there are so many good things about this game. Everything, as I've heard is typical of Ueda's work, everything feels intentional in this game. All the design, the visuals, every little thing you notice, every detail, it feels intentional, right? It feels carefully crafted and put together to contribute to what the game is trying to say, or whatever. It just, attention to detail in this game is phenomenal. I pointed out a bunch of stuff, especially early on when I was playing. Things like Wonder, like aggro sometimes being in the temple, sometimes not. You know, like one time he wasn't in the temple because it was the first. It was like you get separated from him to fight one of the Colossi, and then it puts you back in the temple. And for the first time, it's like, I think it's the third Colossus. It was Atlas or whatever, or Globus, or the Julian Gabo. Oh, there's a cutscene. Wait, sorry. Shit. Gaius, that's right. Oh, that's right, I forgot there is more, yeah. Make a little notepad here, stuff I want to talk about. Yeah, what's up, Melandimer? We are done the game. I'm about to share my thoughts on it, though. Once this is over. There's a fucking deer? Excuse me, what the fuck? Shoutouts to Ken Chan, the Associate Product Marketing Manager. Truly the MVP. This song is really nice. Alright. Okay. I think we're into more general credits now. So, also, hello Malamber, yes, welcome. You did miss the end of the game, but, you know, it's just the end of the game, right? It's not that big a deal. So, I'm going to talk about, yeah, so like you said, Arnold, minimalist, this game tells the story in a minimalist fashion. It's a very minimal. It's obviously very light on dialogue, light on cutscenes. It tells the story through the experience, and there's things that are not directly told in the writing. I forget what the like super fancy word for like story writing is, like the words is, but there is the story that it builds like as you play, like your own experience. It feels like you are a part of the story. There's so many things that are unsaid and untold that like feel like it's a part of the story. This game, and there we go. Dialogue. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Like the text, you know, like the text of the story. Um, do we hit a button here? Is that yeah? Yeah, I probably would like to save. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Cool. Yo, hard mode? Okay. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, it's this game. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Hello. Time is back. Attack is better than the remake. I'll keep that in mind. So it's like, let me just update this real quick. Fuck, man. I want to get my thoughts out, but there's a lot of thoughts when it comes to this game, right? Um, I think I'm not gonna go into eco today. By the way, I think I'm probably gonna go to bed because I'm tired. You get to bring your unlockables through different playthroughs. That's cool. Okay, so the biggest the one of the things this game does very well is it immerses you in it. It does this through I think it does this mostly through how you control the character. the momentum, the way like the game is all based in physics and everything like that. It's not scripted. It's very minimally scripted. Really does a good job of making you feel like you are a human being playing through this game. Like in as this character, you are not like the character you control is a human. Like you feel very human when you play this game. You don't feel like obviously you do superhuman things. But this game, as like we were talking about yesterday, it immerses you really well and just makes you feel like you're a part of this game. And I think it does that because, or it does that, yeah, through like I said, through the controls. Also, again, through the minimalism. You know, like if you're in this wide open landscape in real life, you are not you're not going to be there's going to be minimal interruptions, right? It's going to be peaceful. It's going to be peaceful until you get to this Colossus. I don't know. It just puts you into the game world for sure through that. I'm going to talk a little bit of some stuff I don't like though about it. The control, while it does do a really good job putting you into the game, into the story, it is a double-edged sword, right? Like it's can be frustrating sometimes. The game does not feel responsive. The game does not feel fluid. It doesn't. Well, I guess it feels fluid. It doesn't feel like you're in control perfectly, which you shouldn't be. And that again, it's a necessary design choice to get the feeling of being a part of the game. But it doesn't because it is still a game. That can be frustrating when you just want tight control for once and you don't want to be completely, you know, you just want to jump across the gap, but like the game's like, okay, well, okay, but does the momentum and the physics allow you to do that? It's just it can feel a little bit frustrating. Um, I also think that the later Colossi, I started to notice fighting them started to feel like they obviously have to have a difficulty scale, right? The game should get harder as it goes along. That's just principles of good game design. As you get more skilled at the game should become more difficult to reflect that and continue to challenge you. That being said, the way the game goes about delivering that difficulty is I felt like it made the solutions to the Colossi more complicated, more contrived, right? Like the 15th Colossus um, was very convoluted, right, to solve to fight, and it took a long time, and it sort of felt unfocused. Like it didn't feel like it didn't feel as good and as fighting as the previous ones, where the solution is like you climb onto them, you find the weak spot, you kill them. It's like it feels great when you figure out how you get to climb onto them. I don't know. I felt like the 15th one and then the 14th one, which is Solosia. Also, Solosia I think was probably the weakest Colossus. It feels it's the small one that you fight in the arena, the like grassy arena with like the pillars that you knock over. That fight dragged on. I had to stand on like it was like 7 pillars or something, and it was the same thing every time. You get on the pillar, wait for it to ram the pillar, knock it over, get on the next pillar, repeat like 7 times, and then you ride it to the part where it like knocks you off or it like rams the thing, and then it gets stunned and you can climb on its back and finally actually attack it. It didn't. It was a small Colossus, and I feel like it was the weakest one just because it was just a repetitive, uninteresting fight I found. So I feel like a lot of the later Colossus sort of had that, or maybe not the late. Those last two had problems. I think they weren't great. I love the design and the visuals of the 15th one, but I didn't love the fights themselves. I didn't love the fight itself. So I don't think all the Colossi are perfect. I think some of them are amazing. Like I really, really, really liked the Sand Bird. That's the biggest Colossus in the game, and it's just the sense of scale in that fight and the fight itself. It's just, I think that was the pinnacle. I think that's, oh, Cenobia, my bad. That one does drag on. Yeah, exactly. Um, but I did really like most of them. Most of them were phenomenal. Um, I'm not going to go through each of them individually, but yeah, the standout is definitely the Sandbird, the Sandworm as well. really fucking cool. I think the sandworm is actually the biggest one. I think that's the biggest one. I'm confused. Um, Obviously, the third one, the guy on the tower above the lake, that one's super cool. There's a lot of bangers, right? But there were some fights that weren't perfect. But I think that's about where my complaints with this game end. I think that if we continue on talking about more things that this game does incredibly, the sound design in this game is phenomenal. The music, the soundtrack is an absolute knockout. Amazing. Like it's like it's true. It kind of it doesn't even. I was gonna say it overuses the like da na 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 na. Dirge is definitely super spooky, and Phalanx is the best looking one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like that's like the most recognizable song, and I was gonna say I thought the game used it more than it actually does. Like playing through this game, I was shocked at how little I heard it. It wasn't like in every fight, like you get on it and it starts going. Like some of the fights actually take on a different tone, right? They're like somber. They're not as epic. Like it doesn't always feel like a triumph, you know what I mean? And I think that's really cool because it's trying to tell a story that's beyond just you are killing the enemies and it is awesome. It's like, well, wait, there's actually like stuff going on here, you know? I don't know. The visuals, this game is like graphically, obviously, it looks dated. I think it looks much better on the PS3 than on the PS2, obviously. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. The remake also looks phenomenal, but it loses a little bit of the atmosphere that's created. I talked a lot about how the game uses like the fog in certain places. I don't know if it uses the fog to like save frames at all. I'm sure it does, but the fog is like intentionally placed and like sorry, I should say try to say like less. It's very everything it feels like it's intentional. It adds to the mood, it adds to the atmosphere. Everything, like I said before, feels intentional. All the visuals, all the details. I feel like you can look around wherever you are in the game, and this is something I kept finding again and again, and just every single place you look, if you're not in like a rock cave or like next to a wall, just looks phenomenal. There are so many breathtaking views in this game. And I just kept finding myself blown away. Like I think like 4 or 5 times during this game, I just like turned the camera around and was like, look at that view. One thing I thought that was really cool that the game did a lot of was you look back towards where you come from when you're going out searching for a Colossus. You start to like travel further and further and further away from the temple, right? But the game has so many points where you can turn around and look back and you can still see the temple. And that helps ground this like the environment as like a real place, and that's something that games that do that well are like they're standouts like Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1 is the biggest one that comes to mind with that, right? In terms of like the game, the world makes sense, it's proportional, it's a real world, it helps so much. um and I've heard that's something that's like a common thing for Ueda games in general, is that they're fully fleshed out, built worlds. So that's another thing I found great, was like the visuals, and again the way the environment's laid out visually is just phenomenal. And then my favorite part personally, and this is super biased, this I think one of the reasons this game in particular, like I love this game, is scale. Like I'm talking about how the environment's laid out, and like but this environment is huge, and the game feels big, like you're playing it and you are in a big game. And I just love big things. Like I love giant stuff and scales. Please don't take that out of please take that out of context as much as you want, but I'm talking like this game hits right for me. It hits one of my like I don't know, game fetishes. I don't know what you want to call it exactly, but like sense of scale with things is just it's just incredible in this game. And like the environment reflects the idea of this game, which is just big. Like the Colossuses are big, the temple is big, the landscapes are big. You need a horse to go anywhere. It's like this game is just fucking like unironically. I know this word is super overused. It's a meme word, and it's like oh my god, dude, this game's epic. Like unironically, this is an epic of a game, and I would still say this is. I don't know. I haven't played lots of games. I'm gonna be playing more games on the channel here. Games I should play. Excuse me. Need some water. This game is epic. This game's absolutely phenomenal. Absolute masterpiece. That's yeah. I'm so happy I got to play this on stream again. I'm so happy I revisited it, went through the effort to get this up. Yeah. That's what I have to say about Shadow of the Colossus. 10 out of 10. Welcome to my Twitch review of Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah. I don't know. Let me I'm feeling like kind of energized. I think I want to start Eco. I think I want to start it. I think I want to start it, guys. I think I'm going to take 5 minutes to get some water and set it up, and then we'll get into it. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, by the way. It was actually like, I wanted to say this as well. This is like some of the most fun I've had streaming or just doing stuff in a long time, is streaming this game for you guys. This game is the bigliest. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I love the bigliest ones. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really like this has been incredible. This has been so incredible. I know it's like it's dumb because I'm like a small channel and stuff, but this has actually been super fun. So thank you guys so much for watching along. All right. All right. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.